Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Soulstone survivor video. Today we are back with the randomizer challenge, or not really a challenge but gameplay, and today we're actually going to be using the wheel of names because I've kind of used every single character except for a few with Titan Hunt already, so why not leave it up to RNG anyway. So let's take a spin and go from there. Let's see which character we land up getting. Every single character's name here is here except for Barbarian. That name will be removed in future, and then we'll keep going until we've got every single character. So let's see who we're playing as today. Spinning the wheel, who is it going to land on? We've got the Paladin. Is it the Paladin? It is indeed. Today we've got the Paladin. Here we are back on the Paladin. What we're going to do is first start off with the weapons. We're going to take a look at all of them. As you can see, we want something with high critical strike chance, I think, just so we don't have to focus on it. Otherwise, damage and area is also good. This one gives us quite a decent amount of XP, and it's also going to cover the -5 critical strike chance we get from the Paladin's actual, the way that he works. Also, we get Blessed Hammer, which gains Radiance, so that will be really, really strong compared to Finesse, Prowess, or Purity. Purity could be a really good one for healing, but Finesse will be the strongest one, so we'll actually use the third weapon. We're going to go to Runes. We're going to remove everything, and the runes we're going to be using are going to be a Synergetic, Arcane, Tactics. We could run, because we're running the Elementalist and we have Radiance on our weapon, Elemental Power and Efficiency Focus, but that's a little bit of cheese, so we're not going to be doing that. We're actually going to land up running where is Divine Legacy and Battle Proficiency, so this is the setup for every single character, these 4 runes, and then we're also running Gambler, Omnipotent, and Unconventional Start. So I don't know if you guys call it omnipotent or omnipotent. It's kind of the same thing, kind of like potato or potato. It just depends on where you are. Anyway, on to the actual round. Like we mentioned, we can probably, I don't know, we'll see if it keeps going well. We'll change it to Sigil of the Void +1 or +2 and then go from there. But we actually so guys, there's a funny thing that happens in the game here. Now, someone mentioned that since we have the Brutal Rune, they would always start Midorak. Today we'll do it. The reason I don't do it is because I actually like to see the visuals slightly, and as soon as we go for that, it's going to absolutely destroy visuals for us. So we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. We're probably not going to worry too much. Do you know what we will? We're going to do the Paladin's Ascension. What the heck? We'll use it. What that means is we've got to pump up the number or the ascension closer to the next objective. So we just walk towards the objective. Try and get the circles to spawn closer to it so that when it gets used... Man, it's not supposed to be right on the side of us. But there we go, it's active. Now we just got to try and stay in it without getting too hurt. We need 1 more level so we can get 1 more skill. There we go. So cast frequency. It's Venomous Strike today. Last time it was Festering Strike. So we get another Poison Swing skill. And I mentioned this yesterday on the Discord, the official Discord, when Midorak was like, yes, he loves the Omnipotent Rune. And I actually said to him, I said, the only issue is, well, it's not even an issue. The only thing is there are so many swing skills in the game that you're going to find most of the time you are going to land up with swing skills doing this. So that's the only, I mean, it's not an issue, but that's the only caveat of this, is that most of your skills are going to land up being swing. So over here, we actually got Murder of Crows, which isn't swing, which is fantastic. Good to see. Murder of Crows, damage based on quantity of summoned units controlled. Great. So don't expect Murder of Crows to be doing anything useful this round. It's kind of a dead skill. It does give us Chaotic though of 66% chance. So every time it procs, there's a chance that another skill will activate. So not doing any damage, it's fine. It's still got a little bit of utility to it, which will take great pride in. Lightning Field, fantastic skill. So there's our main skill that we're going to focus on. There's the beautiful damage for it. We also land up getting Spread Shot, which applies Dazed, which is going to help do the damage over here. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I thought this dealt damage based on the number of day stacks. It just applies Dazed, but it's still quite a strong skill to have, so I'm happy with that. We also landed up getting more poison because we got a poison skill. But this one we probably going to run brittle and finesse upgrades, so especially since we got an aura, we might as well go full visual overload and get ourselves the upgrade to the area of effect, which we were doing anyway, but now it's even more funny. And we're going to have big crows on the screen as well. Okay, damage there, no. We'll grab a bit of armor. Multicast and cast frequency is good. We've got all of our skills. We get another swing skill, just typical. Swing to holy isn't... I mean, it's not that good, so we'll leave that out. We don't need the damage on that. We don't need Leviathan. There's prowess to resilience, so that's actually very good as well. Finesse to bulwark's really good. We got swing to projectile, which we can take. And we can also take this damage increase. Damage for physical. Oh man, we don't have a skill that's going to... This is going to be a tough one. Okay, we'll take that. And we can just see what's going to happen. So this could be quite our first one that's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, we actually... Okay, that could be very good. So we got ourselves a loot goblin very early on Midorak, which is actually pretty decent. Because Midorak does have the weakness to fragility, some of the other bonuses as well. We'll take a look at them. Even the aptitude on hit, or chance to gain aptitude. We do already have aptitude though. Where is this last tentacle? This is taking up our time here. Right there in the corner. A very annoying part of this map is that there are hidden places for things to be in. Okay, increase the amount of divination we gain is actually very good. So now when we step inside of it, it fills it up a whole lot more. It also means the ones that are sitting on the floor from what we didn't collect are also going to be worth more. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to see visuals for very long. Maybe we'll get it as the second Titan upgrade. We'll see what options we get. And then because this is +0, Shattered isn't that important, so we don't need Shattered. Exposed also, there's no real... I mean, it will obviously benefit from Exposed, but I don't see a skill for us to use that's going to really super benefit from it. So we don't really have to worry about that. This one can be one of those, just go for, you know, fun and interesting passive upgrades like the area of effect, or then we get the radiance to finesse and things like that will be very good. Okay, area of effect, no, we'll grab the block. A beautiful, a relentless for us over there. A little bit more poison, and we can grab ourselves poison to doom. Do we want that? No, let's go for a reroll and a multicast there. We don't need the area. Increase the amount of gain, and another swift is actually pretty good here. We do need more movement speed because we are quite slow, so we'll look at doing that as well. But we should be able to get enough movement speed from our level ups after this boss fight in the Goblin's Lair, the treasure room. All right, let's see what we're going to grab. So we can grab a multiplication of resilience, and that will give us healing as well. We currently only got a chance to receive resilience through the prowess to resilience. We could go crit damage and cast frequency, although we are on quite a lot of crit damage already. We can go the brittle, we could go the poison. Let's fragility. We must have a chance to apply fragility in our actual passives. So we'll do the... Let's do fragility to... no, I feel like Radiance, playing with Radiance is like cheating. Let's just do brittle to colossal. We won't do a double middle rack. There's nothing really there. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm torn. There's so many choices. We're not focusing on the poison, so we don't care about that. Maybe I'll do the resilience, but then we need to do a double. Okay, we're not going to go back to middle rack. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Cobalt Brothers, and then we'll go back to middle rack and go back to the Cobalt Brothers so that we can get everything that I'm looking for from them. Okay, I need more movement speed. We are slow as heck, so grab that. We want swing to projectiles, actually the best one here. Swing to electric doesn't really matter too much, so not worried too much about that one.
The heavens sing with me.
Again, more movement speed would be great. Prowess to resilience is good. We don't need the expansive. The magnetic is going to be very helpful here for levels as well as for clearing this out faster because of our atrocious movement speed. Damage there, movement speed, frequencies fine, crit damage, cast frequencies. I should have taken that rare crit damage, but I was so focused on cast frequency that I wasn't paying attention. I need to just slow down just a little bit with my choices and not pick them too quickly. So more resilience, more bulwark. This is very good. That's also very good. All right. We are finally at the point where we can go through the portal. We've got all the XP. So we've got about 40 levels there, but we're going to do Volkage and Vivolt. And you're going to see now we are going to have to probably turn down the visuals. We'll try to keep it for as long as possible, but it's going to be a bit of a problem. I mean, you could see the difference in AoE between the lightning, the whole lightning field on its own. You know, just having that extra AoE made a massive difference to the skill. Do we gain electrified? We do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's just see what visual we can get it to be acceptable. I don't think there's any. So this is why visually I don't like going for the skill. It's just because then on the videos you guys can't really enjoy the skills like I enjoy them when I'm playing. So it's very difficult to want to play using the visuals. Playing with the area of effect just because we lose visuals all the time. But I guess we can play with them as long as we can dodge skills, we should be fine. As long as everything gets defeated quick enough, it's not going to be a problem. And we've upgraded our Ascension more than enough now for it to actually be very, very strong for us as well. I don't want the swing to nature, so I'm not going to worry about that. Swing to projectile is a big one. Multicasting here is a big one as well. I want the movement speed, especially when it's like that. Bulwark, swing to nature, again, we can actually just banish that. I would like bigger crits like this one, there we go. And damage increases. We don't need the area of effect either, but that's a rare one, so we could just leave it. What we are looking for is the movement speed. And then obviously we can just chill in areas where we see the big circle. because that's going to keep topping up our ascension, which we're about to lose. So let's just top that up quickly. Bam. Let's just go, it's whatever. I don't think we need it. We need the upgrade that gains more inspiration. So when we step in one of those circles, it goes all the way. I think it is possible to actually get it so that when you step in one circle, you can get a full bar. It just requires a lot of investment into the ascension itself. But I mean, it is worth it. The ascension is very strong.
The darkness weakens, the light advances.
Okay, we just need the one over here done. We don't need Doom, so we're not going to worry about that. More cast frequencies, multicasts, and things like that. We don't need Swing to Electric. Critical hits now apply Poison. That's also very good for us. We can grab Dazed as well, Poison to Dazed from the Spider, but you know, if we keep going with the exact same upgrades every single time, what is the fun with that? So at least we try something silly here. Got to turn visuals right off for this boss fight. Going to be a bit difficult to get into the circle, but we did manage to get into one. But we did enough damage with the area of effect once it was up. Okay, so there's Chaotic to Purity, which is cool for healing. There's Electrified, which is cool for damage. There is Radiance to Finesse, which is what we wanted. There's Health. I guess it's just Radiance to Finesse. And now we go back to the middle rack and we'll go for Fragility to Radiance so we can get more Radiance. And that's going to be a lot of area of effect and a lot of multicast. And then it's going to be very interesting. I think Electrified is probably going to be one of the skills that did the most amount of damage here. But it's going to be very interesting to see that. I'm curious here because none of these are actually like those damaging skills. So the fact that we are quite powerful without it also means that we must turn up the difficulty for future. So we will go into +1 difficulty and go from there. And if we find with other characters that +1 is too easy, we'll move up to +2 and so on and so forth. It's just because we don't want it to be so easy like it feels like it is here. And we don't want it to be too difficult like going to +5 or +6. But I think this is actually because of Radiance that we're absolutely decimating. I'm not the Radiance. Yeah, actually it is probably Radiance now that I think about it. It's probably Radiance and Electrified. So if you wanted, you probably could change these for the battle proficiency, not the battle proficiency, sorry, the elemental efficiency and elemental power runes to get the increased Radiance and Electrified stacks and damage as well. But it's very difficult to know what skills you're going to get. So just now we know we don't have any of those skills, and then we struggle there. So it's just good to have the, you know, runes that are rounded out. So it doesn't matter what skills you get, they're going to be useful. Which is what we aimed for. But I'm probably going to leave out the area of effect one. I feel like it's not cheating, but it just feels like it makes things too easy. So it doesn't matter what skill you use, because it has the whole screen area of effect. It's going to be, you know, doing more or better than what it would be doing otherwise. I think in future it will be part of the whole thing. You're not allowed to use that passive. Just that one. All the others are free to use. You guys can let me know down in the comment section what you think about that.
The darkness weakens, the light advances. A trial
So
by
let's go.
combat. I accept, Titan.
So the Cobalt Brothers didn't have everything I was looking for, which means it might be Mizahit that has the other one. It also looks like Exposed might be very strong here. Otherwise we get healing. We've already got healing though, and quite a lot of block. So if we had our Ascension up, we would be doing far more damage, but it's quite difficult to see anything including our own Ascension.
Glory resounds and blood claimed. Time.
Alright, so multicasting for everything, that's far better. Rotting's fine, we can grab some more of that. I guess we'll grab more poison. Reduce the amount that we use is very strong. Grab that, I don't care about the murder of crows. Swing to projectile, yes. 100%, reduce the amount. Increase the amount of divine inspiration you gain. And then we're looking for things here. Every time you apply radiance, that's not the one we want. Don't have a lot of rerolls. Last try. There we go, fragility to radiance.
To move. Enlightenment.
That wasn't the one I wanted, was it? Fragility to radiance. Radiance to finesse. There's nothing for finesse to anything. We'll just go Mizahit. I think Mizahit has... we'll either go exposed or something else from there.
Excellent choice for a hunt.
Because we already got brittle. I think exposed is going to make a big difference. But now we've got so much radiance popping off, you can actually see it. So...
Another triumph, another step toward victory.
I'll put a post out for you guys to vote,
The darkness weakens, the light.
because I think it's maybe too easy with Radiance. I mean, we can't stop it if we get a skill that procs Radiance, but we can stop ourselves from getting extra Radiance through Titan's passives. So we won't use the Brittle to Colossal, and we're not allowed to use Radiance passives in the, you know, unless if the skills have Radiance, then obviously we can go Radiance to Finesse or those kind of upgrades, but we're not allowed to actually use the Radiance runes and things like that. That just makes it trivial, because I'm sure with just Radiance on its own, you can defeat Titan Hunt 5 relatively easy with no struggles. So I think staying away from it is kind of fair in terms of trying to make the game more, I mean, I guess you don't have to make it more challenging, but every single run's going to look like, oh, just grab Radiance then, and we don't want that.
The darkness weakens, the light advances.
Okay, we actually get a lot of inspiration now, which is really good.
Another triumph, another step toward victory.
Okay, let's go here to the final one.
Void fragments makes
Perfect.
me closer to the real challenge.
So we actually got 28 level ups, which is pretty big. So we grab the damage increase, cast frequencies, of course. Sharp blades are amazing here. We got finesse to bulwark. I'm sure we should be on full finesse now, but we'll have to double check that. We can grab the increased damage. We are just above the amount that we need for everything else. We get another multicast here, which is what's that, 52 times 3, so that's a lot more than that. Resilience is good, crit chance, resilience, cast frequency, crit, more poison, and things like this are very good for us. We do need a little bit of health, so let's grab that. And more movement speed, because I feel like we're not really getting that much.
It's time.
Okay, let's see what... I just want to see what our stacks of things like... What was it I was thinking of? Oh, like the resilience and the block are. So if they're very high, then we can stop taking them. But they're not that high, so we don't have to stop taking them. Actually, the block is, but resilience is still low. I mean, it's high enough that we can just dodge or stay still. So that's good to know.
Through the dawn stone we ascend.
Okay, we're gonna grab the exposed. We don't really have much of a choice. Anyway, this doesn't loop into the other one. As far as I know, we've been told that the colossal to brittle won't loop into the brittle into area of effect. Anyway, even if it did, we've already got 1,000 stacks of colossal, which means we're at the maximum amount of stacks. So it's not like it makes anything more, you know, useful for us. And we've already got the brittle to on hit, so it's not like that matters. We're not going to get more area of effect, and we're not going to get... I mean, we probably could get a little bit more brittle from it, but it doesn't loop into itself. So you're not going to continuously increase your brittle stacks out of nowhere.
The final crusade so begins. One step closer to the king's judgment.
Okay, we're actually at the point where we are extremely difficult or next to nearly impossible to defeat. So we don't have 1,000 stacks of armor yet, but our block power is sitting at 88% and our armor is at 76%. So, and the fact that, well, one, we can get more, two, we get purity, so we've got healing. It's just crazy. If we took another healing, so we don't need the bulwark anymore, we're at max stacks. There are other things like increasing the amount of armor you have through other means and things like that that you can do. We don't have reroll mastery, that's why we've run out of rerolls quite quickly, but that's okay as well. We get more critical strike chance on all these skills, and I'm leaving the skill breakdown till the end. I'm very interested in seeing what skill did the most amount of damage, but I have an inkling it's just going to be Electrified and Radiance. So even though I'm interested, I kind of know what's doing it for us. I think Ravenous Cut is going to be quite high up there as well, to be honest. To be fair, to be honest. Same difference. Okay, because we got reduced amount of on our Ascension, we got double. You can see that as soon as it's full, it actually takes a really long time for it to lower, which is very good for us. There is another +2 and a +3 there, which will be our final ones to go for. So like, yeah, we didn't have to take an Ascension at all, anytime, like, you know, just a little bit of investment into it, and we had enough. There you go, it's nearly full again. Can pick up that small one over there. I thought wait, did we finish the objective already? Oh, we did. Not paying that much attention, unfortunately, like we should be doing. Could grab more... what's the wording? We could grab more... What skill was it? I just saw what it was and I can't remember. Alright. Multicast, cast frequency, some more block, more cast frequency that can go to 0.2 quite quickly. Also, we got quite a lot of critical damage because of the skill. Quite a lot of critical strike chance because of the dazed. We've got prowess and purity, which increases our damage. I actually want to see what our stats get to when we're fighting the Void King, because I think we can be actually quite powerful. Or we'll check now versus the Arcane Weaver, even. So just wait a little bit for our damage to start to ramp. We could use our Ascension even. If we could actually land in a big one, that would be great. Here's another one. We're actually missing quite a few of them, which is not great, but that doesn't actually matter. So there we go. Let's take a look. We're on 734 damage, 1245 crit damage, 1000 area, 1000 multicast, 81% armor, and 1000 block or 90% block chance. So we're doing very well here for ourselves, I think.
The light fills me.
I think the fact that we are tanking the boss without any worries in the world is absolutely insane. Okay, we do lose our ascension, which is a little sad, but there we go. Start the Void King. And now we can become immortal. So I think the only problem with the Void King is that we have to worry about those areas on the floor. Or I guess we don't have to worry at all, actually. We could just walk around. Or stand still. We don't have to be on top of him because he's going to get hit by everything anyway. We're still at full ascension after the fight, which is fantastic. So it makes the other phases much easier as well. So we've got all of our stats up and running from the start. Can't focus. I mean, we've got skills to focus, but it doesn't really make much of a difference.
No, I am the king.
But at least we get to just face tank the boss. I just want to show you guys that we're absolutely standing in everything and not losing.
Nobody can stop me.
I can even stand in the circles for fun, you know what I mean? Alright, so there you go, you had it. It took a little bit longer than yesterday's one, so it's not as powerful, but we managed to do it. Again, not going to take the area of effect like we did before. It was actually, oh wow, I did not expect that. So it was actually our artifact power that dealt the most damage. Spread shot did more damage than Radiance and Electrified. This is a shock and horror, guys. This is quite powerful. I did not expect that. So wow. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.